One.
Hello, Anthony SanFilippo, Delaware County Daily Times, here with columnist Jack McCaffery following Game 7 Eastern Conference quarterfinals between the Philadelphia Flyers and the Buffalo Sabres. And Jack, the Flyers did it, third time in 17 tries, came back from the 3-2 deficit, and won a series.
Interesting that Pronger played both of those games.
And
I said all along, you're not going to win until Pronger comes back. He comes back, they win both games.
They win both games. They win tonight 5-2. Pretty much a foregone conclusion for much of the night.
Yeah.
Maybe the best first period they've played all season. Second period was pretty good too. They had a 3-0 lead going into intermission. They built it to 4-0, 5-1. Buffalo got a late goal.
They were so much better than that team all along. And the fact that it went 7 games was surprising to me. It should have been over 5.
If it wasn't for Ryan Miller, it probably would have been. I mean, he did steal 2 games. He was great in the first period tonight. But how about this for irony of ironies? Brian Boucher plays the entire game.
Yeah.
Ryan Miller gets pulled here in Game 7.
Ryan Miller's good enough to make you come close. What's he ever won? What do you think about it?
Yeah, silver medal.
Silver medal. He is Mr. Silver Medal.
Mr. Silver Medal. Some great performances again by the guys who've been doing it all along for this team in this series. Danny Briere, 6th goal in the playoffs tonight. He also had an assist. James Van Riemsdyk got his 4th goal. Billy Lano scored again. Richards had a couple assists. Giroux assists. It's the same group of guys really coming through for them.
Interesting how deep that list was. You can make a case for any one of those names you just mentioned, maybe even for Steve, for MVP of the series. It's got to go to Briere, but there's enough names there that you can definitely make a case for any of them. It tells you how deep the Flyers are. So much deeper than the Sabres. It's amazing it went 7.
You know, Danny Briere said something really interesting after the game today, Jack. He said that this team needed a series like this, a series where they were challenged and tested and pushed to the brink by a team to kind of be ready to go for the rest of the way. Do you kind of agree with that, or
possibly the goaltender? The fact that the goaltender was able to come out of this with his spirits high and a nice win at the end, that could help him. You would think at some point that's got to settle down. It cannot be goaltender by committee. Looks like it's Boucher's job, at least for a while now.
Do you think they stick with Boucher, or does Bobrovsky get another shot?
Bobrovsky was dressed tonight, which indicates that he might get another shot, but that would require Boucher to melt down. You would think if you're a Flyers fan, you hope that Boucher's meltdowns are over now. He played very well tonight.
2.10 goals against in this series, really pretty good. 3rd best in the NHL in the first round. You can't really knock that. So now we move on to the second round. Still 3 possible opponents. We can't even talk about who they might play. We could talk about, say, who they are. It could be Boston, could be Tampa, could be Pittsburgh. Any one of those 3 teams. Obviously, we'd like to go to Tampa.
They have the home. They have the home ice advantage role.
Home ice advantage role.
What a home ice advantage it was tonight.
And huge.
It was spectacular.
Let's real quick. Let's just talk about that. You know, the Flyers did not play great at home for much of the second half of the season, but tonight this crowd was energized, all decked out in their orange.
Yeah.
They gave the Flyers, it seemed to me, a really big boost in that first period.
And vice versa. The way the Flyers held Buffalo with 2 shots in the first period, got the crowd into it, and they fed off of each other.
So maybe when Laviolette says if he had to have a Game 7, he'd rather have it in this building.
Of course you would. That's why you fight all year for that home ice advantage. You never know what would have happened last year in the finals if they had the home ice advantage.
There you go. Well, we'll see you guys again later this weekend. Looks like Saturday night, although that's not official yet, Jack, but it looks like Saturday night we'll be here for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals against either the Bruins, the Penguins, or the Lightning. But we'll be here. Hopefully you will too. For Jack McCaffery, I'm Anthony SanFilippo saying thanks for tuning in.